What's up, LEGO builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios. Now, dare I say, one of the most epic things to come out of the Clone Wars TV show are the clone troopers themselves. From Captain Rex and Commander Cody tag teaming droids on Kamino to Captain Fordo soloing super battle droids during the Battle of Coruscant. Named clone troopers like these have inspired Mocs and stories for years now. But what of the unnamed clones, whose deeds aren't often attached to a great name or a story? Well, today I am going to be building 3 Mocs, one in 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour, showcasing the 3 most epic unnamed clone troopers in the Clone Wars. Spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of punching.
Came from the prisoners.
Let me show you how it works, clanker.
Our journey starts on one of my favorite planets, Utapau. At the time I'm recording this, I have 3 completed Utapau Mocs in my LEGO room. Who would have thought this place would have become a staple for my channel? Because I only have 10 minutes, I'm going to include just a few key elements that make you think Utapau when you see them, instead of trying to recreate the whole scene exactly as it was in the movie. So I'm going to be using dark tan parts, building vertical, and putting the whole scene in a cave. Pretty classic Utapau stuff. Nothing too challenging here, and this is a big improvement from my last 10-minute mock in the previous episode of this series. The clone in question here is a 212th Trooper who absolutely rocks a B-1 battle droid with some mean punches during the Battle of Utapau in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. He's tucked away in the background of a scene that is dominated by Obi-Wan and his Mount Boga, but if you search it up on the web, there are people who have clipped and slowed down the scene so you can see this legend in all of his glory. I decided to include some extra figs in this mock as well to show that this was in the middle of an actual battle and not just a 1v1 boxing match. Next, it's time to build Christophsis. I would really like to build this planet on a large scale someday. One of the most recognizable attributes of this planet are the roads, comprised of hundreds of hexagon-shaped tiles or chunks of rock, I don't really know, placed next to each other. This hexagon shape dominates the architecture on this planet, so I knew it had to be included. The easiest way to do this would be just to build a small section of the road on top of a black snot frame. I didn't have a ton of time to experiment to find the perfect shape and size for my hexagon tiles, so they don't fit together as well as I would have liked. I put some trans blue cylinders between the tiles to represent some kind of mortar or cement holding them in place. And there is a lot of blue on this planet, so hopefully they will help make this mock look more like Christophsis. This scene depicts a clone trooper punching a droid on the streets of Christophsis, although this time it doesn't end as well as in the previous one, with this clone trooper being unable to bring the droid down and getting shot. This mock was such a pain to build, as pretty much nothing is connected together. Everything is just set on the tiles or on the black base, so moving this is a nightmare, but I do feel like I was able to do the scene justice. Posing minifigures and punching in a punching motion is also pretty tough, so I had to pop out this clone's arm and attach it with sticky putty to get the right angle, which is what I did in the previous mock. For the last one, we return to Utapau for the scene I was the most excited to build. This clone trooper is an absolute unit. Because I have more time on this one, I can add a lot more to the building, like a landing platform, pad, and a doorway leading into the cavern cities of Utapau. I'm going to make this one taller too. Making quick mocks like these under a time limit is all about creating recognizable structures and shapes unique to the place you're trying to recreate, to help the audience recognize what you're building and be able to easier fill in the gaps of the mock with their memory and own vision of an interpretation of what the scene actually looked like. The Battle of Utapau not only had one clone trooper who wrecked a battle droid with his fists, but had this epic moment where a random 212 trooper jumped up on top of a charging crab droid and took it down with his blaster and then proceeded to keep fighting. What else can I say about this Mega Chad clone? The rest of the scene is pretty generic Utapau battle stuff, crates and boxes and 212 troopers battling it out. I removed the head of the clone on the crab droid so I could position the helmet in a way that made it look like he was looking down at the crab droid's head. Here they are in all of their glory, the 3 most epic unnamed clones in the Clone Wars. Though I'm sure there will be others people think I should have included, and I'm sure I'll get plenty of comments about that. I'm really enjoying this series of 3 Mocs at 3 different price points or at 3 different time limits to complete, so let me know what Mocs or minifigs you think I should include in the next video of this series, and I will catch you guys later, but until then, happy building.